Good morning, everyone. Actually, I don't know if this is the morning for you, so hello. I just woke up. It is a Sunday morning and I opened my windows to pouring rain. And normally if it was summertime and it's raining, like, that's not ideal, but something about a summer rain, a storm in the middle of summer, especially the end of summer, I do love it. I also think it just makes the perfect opportunity or excuse to stay home and do nothing on a Sunday. So I woke up, made myself a hot coffee. I've been reading this book, The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, and it's just a super cozy book as well. It's kind of really sad. Not really sad, but it's not happy. And I didn't know it was a romance. I don't know what I thought it was gonna be, but I didn't read the back or anything going into it. I just had it on my shelf for the longest time. And I'm literally already almost halfway, and it's so good. I started last night and I'm already almost halfway. And I really like it so far. And it's kind of the perfect book to read on a day like today. I thought I would kind of just do a day in my life or like a hang out with me for the day. I wasn't planning on filming, but when I saw it was raining, I was like, we need a cozy vlog. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a cozy like stay-at-home day. But I also kind of want to go out, which is weird because like usually when it's raining, like why would you want to leave your house? But I kind of want to go sit at a cafe and like get a hot drink and pretend it's fall. Like, it is August. It's not fall. I don't know, recently I've like really been craving fall, and I feel like I'm such a summer girl, but fall is my close second favorite season. I'm kind of ready for fall. I feel like this summer not that I didn't have a good summer, because I think I did have a good summer, but I feel like I didn't do enough. Like, I feel like the summer went so quick, and I was not in Charleston that much. Like, I probably went to the beach in Charleston like 4 or 5 times total since like June. I went a bunch in May, but that's not even like true summer yet. But literally throughout July, I didn't go like at all. I was barely here. And it was also just so brutally hot the last few weeks that I haven't gone, because like sitting at the beach when it's like you're just dripping sweat is not really what you want. So yeah, now that I feel like I haven't been to the beach in a while, it's like, okay, summer's over. Let's bring in the fall vibes, even though it literally doesn't get cold here till like November. So we still have plenty of summer left. I thought today we could just have a semi non-summery day. I was gonna bake something, but I'm also feeling so lazy. Like, I don't really want to do anything, and I also just want to lay in bed and read. What if I got breakfast for dinner and had breakfast for dinner in bed? I wonder if there's an IHOP near me. That might be the move for tonight. I feel like I've been talking for so long, but I think I'm gonna stay in bed for maybe another few minutes, maybe another few hours, and read. My book is so good. I feel like I haven't felt a spark for a book like this in a little while, so this is very exciting. I've tried and DNF'd 2 books over the last like few days. Actually 3 books. I started Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Realized pretty quickly that it probably wasn't gonna be for me, because I'm pretty sure it's like a very smutty book, which like isn't my favorite. Like, I like romance, but not when the plot is about smut. And from the first chapter, I could tell that it was gonna be a friends with benefits kind of like 50 Shades of Grey type situation going on with like an agreement, and I was like, it's probably not gonna be for me. So I read a few chapters of that, put it down. Then I started Beautiful Exile by Catherine Cowles, and I read like 80% of it, and I just did not like it, which is surprising because I just talked about the rest of the series in my last recommendation video, and I like was talking very highly of it. I know they were just like fun cheesy romances, but this one was like a little too insta-love, too cheesy for me. So I just like got to the point where I didn't want to pick it up anymore, and I was like, why am I forcing myself to read this? Like, it's okay, put it down. You read enough, you know what's gonna happen, it's fine. So I DNF'd that. And then I started My Friends by Frederick Backman, which I actually really like, but I put it down for now to start this one, because a lot over the past few weeks I've been reading 2 books at a time, and I really like that, because as soon as like if I get a little bit bored of a book, or I'm at like a slow point in a book, I just switch to the other one. And I used to get books really confused in my head when I did that. I feel like I've gotten better at differentiating, and also if they're 2 different genres, like this one is very different than My Friends. Like, My Friends is like not a romance at all. It's like a self-discovery coming of age book, and then this is like a sad found family romance. So they're very different, so I've been able to read them simultaneously. Any book with a pen pal trope, an anonymous letters trope where they don't know it's each other, but they're falling in love in real life and in letters, is gonna do it for me every time, and that is this book. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm just thinking, if this is like the first video you've ever seen of me and it's just like me in my robe in bed talking about absolutely nothing, welcome to my channel. Okay, I just got out of bed. I've been reading for a long time and I decided it's time to go to a cafe. So I'm gonna get slightly ready. I'm gonna do like bare minimum makeup. I just got these new Hourglass mascaras, so I just want to wear them. I think I'm gonna text Maya to come meet me too, because we want to plan our next trip together. We have big plans now. Our ideas of what used to be our travel plans have really skyrocketed into international plans. It just started pouring rain again, but low-key I feel like the sun's coming out, but maybe it's just bright. I'm gonna set you up for a second because I feel like I need to talk to you, because I've been doing a no scroll like social media break for like not a month, probably like 2.5 weeks, I'm dramatic, of no scrolling on TikTok or Reels on Instagram. But I've seen people questioning whether or not I could be a Trump supporter, and I need to say something about that, because usually with internet rumors or whatever, I would just ignore it and let it fly. But that's actually something that is so not true for me that I feel like I need to say something, because I've spoken about politics here and there, but I try to make my channel like a calm and peaceful place, and nothing about the current administration is calm or peaceful, so I feel like it doesn't come up on my YouTube channel a lot. But it is something that I talk about weekly, if not every single day in my real life, and it's something I've been passionate about for the last 10 years, like literally since I was a young teenager. And I feel like there's no way to like prove that to you unless I literally showed you my voter registration card, which I'm actually gonna do. Well, I guess for the South Carolina one, you don't have to register to a party, but this is my one from last year. This is literally my voter registration card, party DEM. As soon as I saw a comment saying that, I was like, this is something that actually is so not true about me. And after the election this year, I had to take a social media break because of how much it upsets and bothers me and how much I disagree with the current administration. Literally, probably half the conversations that Kylie and I have in our kitchen debriefs and in talking about politics, current events, and that what we disagree with, it's such a huge part of my daily conversations. I feel like a lot of people will understand that you can't always choose who you are surrounded by and who you're associated with through other people, in connection to them. Some people, it's their immediate family that they don't agree with, their extended family. Being in the same room and being around people that I disagree with does not mean that I agree with them, and most of the time means I'm not even close enough with them in any way to ever hear them talk about politics, to even know where they stand on anything, to have that kind of one-on-one conversation. Like, the people that I'm actually close with and my actual circle of people are people that I can talk to about deep, important, fundamental things that make up my moral compass, and I agree with my close inner circle on those things because I feel like that's important. But I don't know those things about everyone I'm associated with through other people. Like, I have no idea, and I think a lot of people understand that, but also a lot of people don't understand that. So even saying this might just not even mean anything. Have these conversations in text and everything that I could try to prove myself and like come clean like I'm in court or something. But I also just feel like that doesn't come across as genuine. It's like when talk about the things that I do behind the scenes, because then it feels like it's performative and that you're doing things just to tell the internet about, which I don't like. I like being able to stand up for causes I believe in private, because I think it holds more weight when you do it like that. But this is something I just did not want to let get out of hand and become something that people genuinely believe, because one person says something and everybody believes it. So I just need to say something and I guess show you my voter registration, because I guess that's the only proof I have. The internet and the rumors and stuff can become so much and spin completely out of control. So I just need to let that be known, where I stand and how I feel, because that will never change. If anything, my dislike and disagreement grows every day. Oh, even though it's like rainy and muggy out, it is so hot. It is literally like 85 degrees and just humid. Like, I just stepped outside and instantly started sweating. So it's not as cozy as I want it to be, but I'm pretending. I'm pretending. I just sat inside for like 15 minutes making a playlist on Spotify specifically for today's vibes. It's called Foggy Coastal Town. It's all the music I listened to when I was in Oregon and Maine. Something about dark, rainy, foggy town on the ocean. There's just something about that I love. It also reminds me of Brighton. Gonna go to a cafe downtown, get a coffee, journal. I have a lot to write about. I have my book with me that I've been loving. It also gives cozy rainy day vibes. Okay, I was gonna order takeout, but IHOP said it was gonna take an hour and 10 minutes to come. And I thought, let me stop being lazy and just make my own pancakes. And this is still lazy because all I have to do is add water to this. I just put the kettle on and I'm gonna make pancakes, have some tea, crawl in bed, and eat. You already seen me make pancakes before. Oh, I hope I have chocolate chips because I'm gonna make chocolate chip pancakes. Perfect. Are done. I accidentally kind of burnt one of them, but that's okay. I need to do a taste test. Ow, it's so hot. So good. Also, made English breakfasty. It's low-key not raining anymore. Actually, it's drizzling. I'm curious to know, what is your guys' favorite season and favorite weather? Like, do you prefer cold, rainy, snowy, or do you like the summer? See, like, I like the season of summer because there's the most to do, but I love winter and fall because you don't have to do anything. I feel like summer has the most opportunity. It reminds me of like the freedom of not having school, but I hate being sweaty. So now that I live in a really humid place, I like don't like the weather, but I like the freedom that comes with summer, like being able to go to Maine and it's super nice out, like places like that. But I think in Charleston, my favorite season is the spring, the late spring and the early fall. I have a candle lit right now that's called Grandma's Cookies and it smells so good in here. I'm probably gonna finish this book tonight. It's literally only 5 p.m. and I'm about to like crawl in bed for the night. Oh, I should talk about the show I'm watching. I started watching The Buccaneers because they put it on Amazon Prime and now I'm all the way caught up. I'm so team Guy. I love a good love triangle show. Sorry, my camera battery died. I just had to put a new one in. But as I was saying, I feel like every show that like, I guess it's just like a thing because it's not a new concept because we've had Twilight and The Vampire Diaries and everything that are love triangles, but something about a love triangle just really keeps you going. And The Buccaneers has a really good love triangle where like I don't hate either of them, which I think is important. Actually, I don't know, sometimes I do. But yeah, I binged it in like 2 days. My laundry machine sounds like it's actually exploding and breaking, and it sounds like a fighter jet taking off. It's so loud, it just scared me. I thought someone was literally breaking in. Let me try to figure that out. I just finished reading the last letter. I'm not gonna give any spoilers or anything. I am gonna give my thoughts and review. I was really loving it. Like, you guys saw me loving it. I literally read it in like 1 day. It is pretty long for a romance, but it was a lot more than romance. Not dark, but like deep and sad. There was like, if you don't want trigger warnings, like if you don't want anything spoiled, then skip ahead, but there's childhood cancer in this book, which was so hard to read. There's death in the family, there's child loss. Like, it was very heavy. And I think I really liked the first half, but then it started getting to the point where I was like, I feel like they're trying to add as many sad plot lines as they can by the time I finished, especially at the end. Like, I was in denial about what was happening because they set it up to happen a certain way, and that I was mentally prepared for, but then they did a full complete 180 and it was like a plot twist, but like really depressing. Not the way that you would expect it to go with the themes I just told you. It is a romance, but I feel like that's not even like, I don't know, I feel like it was like a little bit too forcefully sad. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, the sadness didn't happen smoothly. It was like, throw in this crazy thing, throw in this crazy thing, throw in this crazy thing, which I don't always love. I think if it was just like the first half plot line, I would have loved it, but what happened at the end like actually just ruined my night. Like, that actually upset me. So I think I'm gonna give this like 3.5 stars, maybe 3.5. I don't know. I think it could have been a little shorter and not have some of the elements in it. It just wasn't my favorite, but I am glad I read it and I really did enjoy the process of reading it. So I'm happy with that. I also think I may read a thriller, which is so crazy, especially from the state of anxiety I've been in the last like month. Maybe I shouldn't, because that's how I used to watch Criminal Minds. I used to be like a huge Criminal Minds fan, like obsessed with Criminal Minds. And then it started giving me anxiety, and it started like incorporating its way into my dreams, and it started making me extremely paranoid. I also used to watch true crime before bed every night, so that's probably why. Like, I would literally have like a Stephanie Sue video on every night to fall asleep, and that's probably why it also was morphing into my dreams. But I decided over the like last few years to like wean myself off of that stuff, and I like consume no content about true crime, Criminal Minds, like any content like that, because I couldn't sleep, and it was literally taking over my dreams and my every thought and making me a very anxious person. So when I have been switching up my genres of reading and like not strictly reading romance, everyone was telling me I should read thrillers, but I was like, I don't know, because I've been trying to wean myself off of that kind of content. And especially if it's like anything about someone like having a stalker or like breaking in, I'm like, I can't do it. It gives me so much anxiety. So I don't know if I'll read a thriller. I might ask one of my friends who reads a bunch of them to give me a recommendation that she thinks won't scare me as much, but have like a good twist. Like, I kind of want a book that has a really good plot twist, you know? So we'll see, but I'm excited to pick a new book. I also need to finish My Friends by Frederick Backman. Also, I've been thinking about how I want to read Anxious People because I keep seeing quotes from it. Because I have a bunch of the quotes saved on my Pinterest, and every time I see them, I'm like, I need to read that book. So I need to read 2 Frederick Backman are on my immediate TBR. But I feel like I've talked about books so much today, so sorry. Not sorry, you probably are actually enjoying that. But I also need to update my Goodreads. I feel like I've been so behind on. I can't decide if I want to be productive right now or if I should save that for tomorrow, like the actual week, or if today I should just relax and chill, because I had this suitcase packed that I need to empty for probably a week now. And I need to do all of my laundry with the stuff in it, and then I need to repack it for my next trip because I have a work trip I'm going on, which is very exciting, and I'm definitely gonna vlog some parts of it so that you can come with me. But there's a lot that I don't know if I'm allowed to film, but it's very, very cool. But I need to repack ASAP. Does anyone else just leave their suitcase after a trip for like way too long? Because I just leave it there. Like, my favorite shirt could be in there and it's still gonna just sit in there. But I need to do my laundry, and that's what makes me lazy and makes me not want to do it. So I feel like that's a task I'm gonna save for tomorrow, as well as hanging up all these clean clothes that are just in a pile right there. That is also a task for not today. Also, that reminds me, a lot of people after my last YouTube video where I was talking about how I got a flip phone, there's a bunch of people messaging me or asking or commenting about that experience. And I feel like I've been the type of person who goes on like no social media bans very often. Like, I'd say every like 2 months I take like a month off of scrolling. Like, I'll still like post, but I like don't scroll, and I spend like 2 minutes in the entire month on TikTok, and will be just like uploading things I've already had saved in my draft, because I feel like TikTok, Instagram Reels, all the apps that you can just scroll on waste so much of your time and energy and mental health. But that's another thing. But mostly your time. Like, what I've noticed the most since like disconnecting from social media, besides YouTube is always my favorite, and making like long form content will always be my favorite because it's also not just scrolling endlessly. Like, when I watch YouTube videos, it's like on my TV when I'm doing my laundry or something like that. But my days feel so much longer now when I don't scroll or don't have any social media or anything. Once much more time has passed, I think I might do like an entire week of my life without social media, like what it looks like and how much I'm able to fit in a day. Because obviously not today. Today was a lazy day, like I was just reading in bed. But having all the time that you normally waste just laying in bed on your phone, having those hours back makes my day feel so long. I have this app called Blank, and it's just an app you get on the App Store, but it makes your phone look like this. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? These are the only apps I have access to. And then I have Kindle and Spotify down here. There's nothing else you can do on your phone besides these things when this setting is on this app. That's what I was doing before. It wasn't enough for me. Like, I needed something that was like completely disconnected from my phone. And that's why I feel like the flip phone situation is gonna be so great for me once I like actually stick to it. Overall, I would say the not scrolling on social media thing and not even opening the TikTok or Instagram app for like weeks feels like so peaceful, because nothing, I feel like that's the way that humans are supposed to be. Like, I don't think you're supposed to, obviously back in the day before technology, you're not supposed to be exposed to what everyone is saying, everyone is doing, everyone is thinking, everyone is eating, where they're going on vacation. Like, I feel like you're not supposed to know all that information. And while it is fun to be able to connect with people like it is on YouTube, I love watching travel videos of places I've never been and like learning new things and seeing other perspectives. And I think there are obviously great sides to social media. That's why I do it. It builds community with people that have the same hobbies and interests as you that you might not meet in your real life. But I do think it's so important to be able to disconnect from it and not be addicted to it, and literally go days, weeks, months, without consuming any content. I know I said this back in my video in November when I was taking social media break. It truly was the most peace I've ever felt. Like, and that's how I feel right now. I'm like, it's really none of my business what other people are doing, saying, thinking. Like, this is my life to live and figure out and make decisions and form opinions and do all that on my own. And I think that's really important for people who are kind of addicted to social media the way that like we all are, to like realize and take a step back from, because people can become so, like, what is the term, chronically online, where everything about their personality comes from like being on TikTok or caring so much about people or things online that they like don't even have their own life or live their own life. And I feel like sometimes it becomes easy to like fall into that, and that's why I think I've been so adamantly stepping away this summer and like living my actual life, because social media became like not a fun place for me. And now I have a healthy separation from it where I'm like, that's not real life. Social media is not real life. This is my real life, and that's what's important. So I overall, for everyone that was asking if they recommend the flip phone or whatever, I do think, I know there's that thing called Brick or this app Blank that turn your iPhone into kind of a dumb phone if you don't want to like switch your whole phone number and stuff, because that's like a whole hassle. But I do think my flip phone era is coming, or even just like temporarily, like if I go on a trip, only bring my flip phone, like something like that. I made sure to get a flip phone that has Google Maps because that's the one thing I need. I don't know how to get anywhere. That's my overall thoughts on the social media disconnect flip phone conversation. Social media can become a scary, weird place if you don't know how to disconnect from it, and if you get too invested in other people's lives, that's when you know. I feel like if what other people are doing genuinely affects your day-to-day and like you passionately care about it enough to like be invested, I don't know, I feel like that's when you have to step away.
I left the hall light on in case you come back home. I sent a text that I was wrong. Oh, won't you come back home? Why won't you come back home? I've been sleeping with the light on dim. The dark feels heavier without you in. And every chord I strike cries your name.
I impulsively decided that I wanted to bake, so I just made peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and I may or may not have just eaten 2 of them as my bedtime snack, but they're so good. I'm gonna definitely include like the recipe I used or whatever. They're like low-key the best cookies I've ever made. Peanut butter cookies are just my favorite, and I don't, that's so random because like I'm not the big, I mean I do like peanut butter, but I'm not like obsessed with it. But peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, they're so good. Now I'm tired. I'm in bed. It stopped raining, which is annoying because the best time for it to rain is like right when you're going to bed, and now it stopped. But I think I'm just gonna lay here and read again until I fall asleep. Maybe I'll watch some of the Buccaneers because I realized I'm actually not caught up. I thought that I was caught up, but I'm on episode 6 and there's 8 episodes, and I think the finale is out, so I might sit here and binge the last 2 episodes. But I'll probably fall asleep before then. But you guys watch the Buccaneers, comment your thoughts because I'll definitely finish it by the time I upload this. But comment your thoughts and opinions and who you ship her with, and the whole like Lizzie situation going on now. I'm like, wait, what? I did not see that coming. I'm very invested. One thing about me is I'm gonna watch a period piece. Bridgerton, Downton Abbey, the Buccaneers, give them all to me. But yeah, I just wanted to end this video here and say thanks for spending the day with me, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye!